Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Had to remember what day it was. So I wanted to hop on my page here today to share with you some of the ways that I help to boost my immune system, my family's immune system, and I am going to be talking a lot about doTERRA's products, but then I'm also going to give you some other tips and things that you could incorporate to help boost your immune system. I mean, nobody likes to get sick, right? We're moving into cold and flu season. In fact, I just had a stomach virus for the last 2 days. It was not fun, but I used my oils. I got through it pretty quickly. And these are the things that I do, that my family does on a regular basis to help boost our immune system. So first, the products that I'm going to talk about actually come in a kit. So if you're already a doTERRA member, the loyalty rewards program, you can actually get these in a kit and you save money. Now, if you're not a doTERRA member and you don't already have someone helping you, then I would absolutely love to help you get started. We can actually customize and build a kit for you. So let's just kind of dive right in and go over what these products are. So the first product that I want to talk about is On Guard. Y'all, On Guard, this is a blend of oils. It has things like rosemary and wild orange, clove, cinnamon, amazing blend that smells like cinnamon and clove, just kind of like you think it would. There's actually a lot of research studies done on Guard and the immune boosting properties. It also has antibacterial and antiviral properties. So if you do come down with something, this is going to be one of your go-to oils that you'll want to use. Now, there are a couple of ways to use this. You can diffuse it, and I'll show you guys, for those of you who maybe are new to essential oils and not familiar with the diffuser, this actually, I have mine going right here. This is what it looks like. You just put some water in, a couple of drops of your oil, and you're good to go. It mist those little chemical particles throughout the air, and you breathe those in, and it can affect your immune system by boosting your immune system. It also helps to cleanse and rid the air of any germs that are in the air. So this is just a really, really great way to keep your whole house kind of cleansed, so to speak. So I like to keep this going in my main living area. I use On Guard a lot, especially during cold and flu season. So diffusing it or aromatically is one way. The second way is to use this essential oil topically. Now, one of the ways that we boost our immune system is by using this topically every day, just applying it right to the bottom of the feet. I put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil with it, apply it right to the bottom of my feet, the kids' feet, and again, that's a daily immune boost. And then the third way that you can use these essential oils is internally. On Guard is one that you can use internally. So you can either use that in a veggie capsule, you can actually make your own capsule, or you could put a tiny amount, like 1 or 2 drops in a little bit of water and just drink it. That would be another great way, again, for that daily immune support. So this is one that you want to have on hand at all times. Now, the next one that I love, this is a relatively newer oil. It's called Cahaba. It actually comes from Brazil, and the natives there call it, or they pronounce it Copaiba, but most of us here pronounce it Cahaba. Y'all, this one I cannot even tell you. It's good for so many things, boosting the immune system, but also decreasing inflammation in the body. And we know that the least amount of inflammation that we have in our body, the less likely we are to develop either acute illnesses or chronic illnesses, because the root of most illnesses is inflammation. It starts with inflammation. So decreasing inflammation in your body is key. Now, this Cahaba is also amazing for pain. I just want to throw that in there. I know we're not talking about pain today, but this one is amazing for reducing pain because, again, a lot of pain is due to inflammation, right? So the way that I like to use Cahaba is I like to put it under my tongue. It does not have a strong taste. It actually just has a very mild taste. It doesn't smell the best, I don't think personally, but the taste of it is, I can't even really taste it. So I put 2 drops under my tongue every day for that immune support and also that anti-inflammatory benefit that you get with the Cahaba. You could also use this one aromatically. It's actually extremely calming. So even for sleep, this would be a great way to use the Cahaba to help get a restful night's sleep. And then you can, of course, use it topically on the bottom of the feet, or even along the spine is another great way for, again, a daily immune support and decrease in inflammation. Okay, the next oil that comes in that kit that I mentioned that is great for the immune system is oregano. Now, oregano, this is an oregano touch, which means that it is diluted, pre-diluted. Oregano is considered a hot oil, so you would never want to put it directly on your skin without diluting it first. And this is very convenient, easy to use. It's already pre-diluted. So one of the ways that I love to use this is on the bottom of the feet, again, for immune support. Now, to give you a tip, what you could do, I like to alternate my immune supportive oils because you get different chemical constituents in your body. So think about it like how it's important to vary your diet, right? You don't want to always eat the exact same fruits and veggies that have the same vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. You want to mix it up and expose your body to, different ones and different profiles, so to speak. It's the same thing with essential oils. It's great to just kind of mix it up and provide your body with the different chemical constituents to boost that immune system. So you could alternate your On Guard and your oregano. One day put some oregano on the bottom of the feet, and then the next day On Guard, and you could just alternate it that way. Now, another thing about oregano that you should know, oregano is extremely antibacterial. So if you come down with anything, like this is one of the oils that I was using, like I mentioned when I was sick the last couple of days, you always want to use oregano because it has such high antibacterial properties. So again, on the bottom of the feet, along the spine, this roller bottle makes it super easy and convenient to use. Now, when we, because everybody gets a sore throat from time to time, but when we get a sore throat, our lymph nodes are sometimes swollen. One thing that I love to do is just take this oregano touch and I'll just roll it right along my lymph nodes and across the throat. I'll do that for the kids. This is diluted enough to use on kids, so it doesn't burn or anything. So again, this is just a convenient, easy way to use it, but that really helps with the lymph nodes, the swelling of the lymph nodes. So that's another great one to have on hand. Okay, now what about when you have those respiratory problems, cough, congestion, difficulty breathing, maybe your chest feels tight because you've got an upper respiratory cold or something going on. This blend called Breathe, this is the respiratory blend, and it is amazing for opening up the airways. I was going to tell you some of the oils that are in it. Eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, lemon, cardamom, and those are all just really great and supportive to the respiratory system. So the ways that you would want to use Breathe, first of all, in that diffuser, like I showed you a few minutes ago, in the diffuser is probably my favorite way to use Breathe. We put it in there, especially at night, if anybody has a cold or is congested. Some people even like to use this every night just to promote that opening of the airways and easier breathing, and that just helps you get a restful night's sleep. So you could add the Breathe to your diffuser with something like lavender to promote a really restful night's sleep. But also, if you do come down with something, and again, you've got that congestion and cold going on, put it in the diffuser and also put a drop or two in your hand along with some fractionated coconut oil or some other type of carrier oil. Rub it together, rub it along the front of the chest, and then also rub it along the back of the, like on my kids, that's what I'll do. I'll rub it along the back of their chest, and you can just really feel it open up the airways. Another great way to do this is just a drop of Breathe in the hands. Rub your hands together, pump them over your mouth, and then just take a really big, deep breath in, and that helps to open up the airways. You will notice a really big difference instantaneously when you use Breathe aromatically because it affects your respiratory system like that. So that's another awesome one to have on hand. Now, speaking of how do we get more of the good bacteria, we're talking about boosting our immune system. We want to have a balance, of if we have a lot of bad bacteria, we want, a heavier balance of good bacteria, right? So the way that we do that is with probiotics. Now, many people are familiar with probiotics. There's a lot of probiotics out there on the market. Things that you really want to look for. There are a couple of things that are really key when you're choosing a probiotic. What I choose to use is this PB Assist. This is doTERRA's probiotic, and I'll tell you why I love this one for a couple of reasons. First of all, when you're looking for a probiotic, you want to make sure that that there's a high number of strains, and that also there's a variation in the strains, right? But there are two things that people often do not think about looking for in a probiotic. The first one is that the probiotic has prebiotic fiber in it. Now, this is important because what happens when the probiotic gets into your system, it needs prebiotics to feed on and to multiply and grow so that you get the most benefit out of your probiotic. So this one already has prebiotic fiber in it. Okay, so that's super important. The second thing that people often don't think to look for is the delivery system. Now, what I mean by that is when you take a probiotic, often what happens is when it gets into your stomach, it breaks apart, right? The capsule or the pill breaks apart, and then those good bacteria can be destroyed by the acid of the stomach. Well, clearly that's not what we want, because then it didn't do you any good, right? So this particular probiotic is double encapsulated. Now, what that means is when you take it, it does not break open in the stomach. It actually goes through into the small intestine, then it breaks apart, and it's not destroyed by all of that acid that's in the stomach, so then you're getting the most benefit, and because of that prebiotic fiber, then your probiotics are going to multiply and grow. Okay, so that makes sense, right? So you always want to look for a good delivery system, and you always want to look for prebiotic fiber in addition to the number of strains and the varying amounts or types of strains. So probiotics, really important. Now, this is important for your gut health, right? Most people nowadays have heard of gut health and the importance of that. 80% of our immune system lives in our gut. So we need to not only be replacing adding good bacteria, I should say, to our gut, but also we need to be eating things that help our gut flora or bacteria, right? We need to avoid processed foods. We need to avoid foods that are really acidic. A lot of caffeine, like coffee, is really acidic. I mean, I love coffee, but I try to balance it out with some of the other foods that I'm eating so that I have, more of that alkaline environment and not a real acidic environment, so that I can have really good gut health. Okay, the last product that I want to share with you, the last doTERRA product that I want to share with you, and then I'm going to give you a few other tips, that comes in that kit that I mentioned to you, is this On Guard hand sanitizer. And again, this has the On Guard blend in it that's very protective, boosts the immune system, but is also, remember, antibacterial and antiviral. This is so convenient and easy, y'all. First of all, let me just back up for a minute. Just in case you were not aware of this, most all soaps and hand sanitizers have a chemical in them called triclosan that helps to kill bacteria. Triclosan has also been linked to cancer. So not good, obviously, right? So we want to avoid those products that have chemicals and toxins in them like that. So this is just a natural hand sanitizer. It has been shown to kill 99.9% of germs, bacteria, so highly, highly effective. I use this everywhere. I mean, I keep it in my purse. I keep it in the car. Not only on our hands, I use it on tables in like restaurants, on an airplane. I mean, it's kind of gross sometimes. I like to clean the armrest and the tray table, things like that. Just really, really good all-purpose kind of hand sanitizer and cleaner, so to speak. So all of those products that I just mentioned, again, you can get in a kit. If you're already a doTERRA member, it's in a loyalty rewards kit. If not, you can customize, and I'll be happy to help you with that. Just let me know. Now, a couple of other things moving into cold and flu season that help to boost the immune system. One is elderberry syrup. So easy to make. You can actually buy it too, but I just make my own and I add some essential oils to it. We have on our website on anaturalchef.com, there's a recipe for that, a video showing you how to make it. Is so simple and easy. You can actually take a tablespoon of the elderberry syrup every day to boost your immune system. And then if you do get sick, you can actually up that to 3 to 4 times a day, in the period of time when you're sick. And it just really helps you to get rid of it quickly. Now, there are a couple of other things that have been shown to help boost the immune system and to kind of fight off things like influenza. One is vitamin D. Most people, a lot of people, let's just say, have really low vitamin D levels, especially in the wintertime, right? Because where does vitamin D come from? Comes from outside, from the sun, right? So that's the majority of where we get our vitamin D from. So we're not outside in the sun a lot, especially during the winter. So taking a vitamin D supplement is something that I choose to do and that I give to my family because, again, especially during the winter, we're not getting enough vitamin D. Now, the other thing that is really great to also kind of amp up during cold and flu season is vitamin C. I think most people know that vitamin C is immune supportive, so I'll take some extra vitamin C during the winter months as well. Now, I have a whole video that I've done on flu prevention, and so what I'll do is it's on YouTube, so I'll link that in the comments so that you'll have that if that's something that you're interested in, because there are some more tips in there on kind of staying well during cold and flu season. But I hope that this was helpful to you guys, and that it kind of just shows you simple steps that you can take every day to boost your immune system so that we're inevitably all going to come in contact with some type of bacteria or virus. And the key is to make our immune systems as healthy as possible so that our immune systems can fight that off as quickly as possible, because nobody has time to be sick, right? All right, guys, let me know if you have questions, comments, please leave them and I will be happy to answer them. Have a great day. Bye.